We are continuing our coverage on the deadly shooting at the Twin Falls In-N-Out. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Romero. The Twin Falls Police Department released the names of the 3 victims killed in that shooting. 23-year-old Ashley Garibay of Stockton, California, 59-year-old Christopher Claunch of Hagerman, and 66-year-old Dale Schultz of Salt Lake City, Utah. 7 other people were hurt. Families ran for their lives when gunshots erupted at the new crowded In-N-Out. Twin Falls police say it started around 2:30 Saturday afternoon after 911 callers reported an active shooter. Investigators say the gunman was 24-year-old Chad Williams. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police believe he acted alone, and they're still working to pin down a motive. For 66-year-old Dale Schultz of Salt Lake City, family was everything. He's described by loved ones as their anchor, someone they could always count on. And tonight, his family is still processing the shock of his loss as they face a future without him. High school sweethearts from Utah.
They're the same age.
On their way Saturday to a family reunion in Idaho.
They were 15.
When they started dating.
Renette and Dale Schultz stopped at a Tesla charging station in Twin Falls when, without warning, their lives were shattered.
Life isn't fair, but that's just cruel.
A gunman fired rounds into the Schultz's car, killing Dale and seriously injuring Renette.
We couldn't even see my brother, so it's still hard to wrap my head around that he's gone. Usually, you can go to the morgue and see the bodies, and we didn't even do that.
I mean, there's no such thing as closure, but if you could at least see him, you can accept. It's more accepting, I think, is what it is.
One of Dale's brothers, Glenn, called another brother, Jackson, to tell him Dale had been shot.
But we didn't know what their, how severe they were hurt. So we got in the car and was going to Idaho. It's like a 4-hour drive. And in the meantime, several texts and calls from family. And that's when we found out that Dale didn't make it and that Renette was the one who was shot.
Jackson and his wife Brenda say Dale was a humble, hardworking man who was always there for his family.
I would have said that he was the best of the Schultzes.
Dale was a lot more than most people I know.
His family says he was their rock.
For sure. He was a man's man and the best father that I know to his kids.
His daughters, he was their hero. He was the male role model for his grandsons.
An Air Force veteran, sculptor, gardener, and beekeeper, he was a man of many talents who helped anyone in need.
All they had to do was call and ask, and he was there, always.
Over the last year, Jackson and Dale had been spending every week together, reconnecting in retirement.
We were talking about vacations we could go on. And that's gone.
Gone in a senseless act of evil, taken by a stranger with a gun, whose motive police are still trying to determine.
And so you look at the downline of how many people this truly impacts. It will take an entire village to help Renette, to help her daughters and her grandsons. It's going to take a village to even remotely come close to helping to do what Dale just did all the time.
Renette was transferred to the University of Utah Hospital, recovering from severe injuries to her shoulder.
Trying to rebuild her shoulder, it's not all even there.
It's going to take several surgeries.
Beyond the physical healing, Renette now faces the trauma of moving forward.
So this really is her entire life.
Without her high school sweetheart by her side. I mentioned how Dale and Jackson saw each other every week. It's because they played cornhole together in Utah. Tonight, their brother Glenn played in Dale's place, and he called me to tell me how many people came up to him to share how loved Dale was. The family plans to have a memorial for Dale when Renette is home recovering. They're also raising money to help with medical and funeral expenses, and we will have a link to that on our website in the days to come.